Alrighty, I'm back. I'm ready to react to a movie I've been wanting to see since I found out about it. That would be Annihilation. But it stars Natalie Portman. I like her a lot. But more importantly, I've read this book. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't blown away. I'm always looking for really good, really fun cosmic horror. Something very mind-screwy, something very Lovecraftian, something very your puny human brain cannot comprehend. And I didn't read the sequels because, to be honest, I wasn't shockingly impressed by the first book. It was fine. It just wasn't really what I was looking for. I enjoy a lot of the tropes that were used in it. I just end up thrilled with the way that they all came together. I enjoyed all of the ingredients, and the final product just wasn't for me. It was fine. It just wasn't for me. But when you tell me they made a movie of it, I'm so intrigued, because I don't know how you do that. Because the things that I like the most about the story I don't think would translate well into a visual medium. I don't think, honestly, that cosmic horror in general translates especially well into a visual medium, and there's a reason we've never had a good mythos movie. Although, they did just put out, a couple years ago, they did try to adapt Color Out of Space. And so, from that point, I want to say that of the things that I enjoyed most in Annihilation, we have an unreliable narrator who gets increasingly unreliable. There's an uncertainty of what's real and what's not, what's actually happening. But also in the context of something is definitely screwy, not just with her, with the environment as well. I love that. No one is allowed to have anyone else's names. They're only referred to by their job titles. She finds out one person on the mission has like more information than everybody else. They might not actually be out there doing what they think they're doing out there. That's all fun stuff, but this story specifically had one little beat that I really, really enjoyed. And it's that they go to this place. It's essentially, they end up going underground into this structure that's underneath the ground. But she notes, when she looks at it, she has the inexplicable urge to describe it as a tower. It's a tunnel in the ground, and she keeps describing it as a tower, and she doesn't know why. And that's just such a beautiful little note of, what is this? What does that mean? It's perfect. It's so good. It's just so good. A mysterious tunnel into the earth is always perfect. A deep dark hole into who the fuck knows what? Perfect. Just perfection. House of Leaves, I'm looking at you, baby. But the other element of the story that I enjoyed especially is that there is mysterious backstory. There is, in the backstory of this, there have been multiple excursions into a specific area of the globe where everyone that comes back is just different in some way. They might be insane. People might insist, okay, that is not the person that went in there. No. Just various different things of like, something is wrong with the person that came back. They are not the person that went in there in some capacity. Have they changed? Is it genuinely a different person? Who knows? No one's going to answer the question. And I love that. I love it. It's spooky. It's creepy. That's what I'm here for. And again, how does that translate to a visual medium? I don't know. Can you do it? Yes. Can you do it well? That's the question. So, as far as I remember, there's in the tower, there is phosphorescence. I've seen the poster of the film, so they're definitely like playing into the phosphorescence. There is there's mysterious writing on the walls that she really vibes with as she goes more and more insane. There's an implication that the animals that are there might have been formerly human. I'm trying to remember what happens to her at the very end. I just remember the things that I enjoyed. And I remember a few of the things I didn't really enjoy so much. Mostly, I didn't really vibe all that much with the characterization of the main character. So, let's get this going. Let's see if it's going to be good.
What did you eat? You had rations for 2 weeks. You were inside for nearly 4 months.
Okay, so this, I feel like this would be part of the second book.
What happened to Josie Radek?
They weren't allowed to have names. Did they change that for this? Because I don't love that. Hate when that happens. that supposed to be? Because I feel like at that point, in the very initial shot, you just got rid of my favorite part of the thing. You just answered what happened, and I don't want that. The whole point of the fun is the uncertainty and the unknowability.
It's been a year, Lena. You're allowed to come to a barbecue. It is not a betrayal or an insult to his memory.
I'm trying to remember what exactly happened to her husband. I know he came back, but did he come back and then he disappeared? Or did he come back and then he killed himself?
Only to trip at the sound of goodbye.
Why would you cast Oscar Isaac in this role unless she's gonna see him in...
Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cause.
Yeah, that's safe and normal.
No one knew anything about your unit.
I don't know where it was or...
Better question. How did you get here? I would be going directly to the hospital. Either something's wrong with him or something's wrong with me.
No. You must be able to tell me something.
No. Take him to a hospital.
Stay with me.
You call for a police escort!
Out of the truck now!
Let him go! Let him go!
I think it's a little late for that. If he shows up mysteriously and then the military comes to get you, I might just go ahead and jump off a bridge because I don't know what I caught and I don't think I want to know. I think this is a character from the sequels. The director or somebody in charge. Because I think the series kind of switches over to her as it continues.
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Ventris. I'm a psychologist.
That does sound familiar.
It started around 3 years ago. Blackwater National Park reported that a lighthouse was surrounded by something they termed a shimmer.
Okay, I remember that they were going to try to find the lighthouse.
The event was classified. Since then, we've approached by land, by sea, sent in drones, animals.
One of the best things about the series, about the first book, is that there is this lovely implication. As they go through, they realize we're supposed to be, Expedition 8 or whatever. Well, there's way more than that they just never told us about. They completely hit them. But why?
We need to come to an agreement about what to do with you.
You're not going to let me go home.
I've been watching this phenomenon for a while now. I profile the volunteers. I pick the teams. They enter. I watch.
I can't tell if she's trying to be creepy, but she just sounds so bored. I mean, on the plus side, it seems like a great way to combat deforestation.
I don't remember anything after we reached the tree line. None of us do.
From the depletion, it looks like we've been out here for at least 3 or 4 days.
It's not possible.
Of course it's possible. Something could be fucking with memory recall, or with long-term storage of memories. You might have this exact conversation again every day, or in a few hours.
Let's pack up and get moving. We've already lost a lot of the day.
I assume they are going to include the weird hypnotism element. And I would wager that they're going to tie in the memory loss with that. But they might not.
Oh, I'm gonna check this out. Get us out of this damn swamp.
All right. Let's check out the hut.
I definitely don't remember anything about being on a boat at any point. I remember her being on the shoreline at some point. There is a dolphin with human eyes.
Anything interesting in there?
No, it's been long abandoned, maybe even before.
Raddick?
There's no way we're losing Tessa Thompson this early.
Get her. Come on.
I got her! You're good, you're good.
You get out of there before... Obviously you can come out of the water if it grabbed her. Does it have teeth in its throat?
Whoa. Sharks have teeth like that, don't they?
Do you think it's a crossbreed?
We can't cross.
Do I think it's a crossbreed between a crocodile and a shark? No.
The mutations were subtle at first.
I don't like this
Closer to the lighthouse.
aspect.
Is it possible these were hallucinations?
I wondered that myself.
This is the problem with making it a visual medium. To get the interiority of the character onto the screen, you have to have them say it out loud, and then you have to figure out a reason for them to say it out loud.
Not always.
And so now they've had to put in this fucking interrogation shit.
We got something here.
More mutations.
They're everywhere.
Malignant.
It looks like a
tumors.
flower lichen. That's more like it. That's the character I know. Getting up on a bunch of mold for no reason. I swear to God, if they choose not to use the tower detail, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's my favorite part of the whole book. And all it takes is one line to include it. That is, I mean, you're cutting very, very deep. So for what purpose? You're just cutting the skin off?
There.
Stop touching that. What's wrong with you? I understand you're having, like, fun, having gone insane, but... Yeah, see, I don't like that. Because... So the fungus grew out of him. I would get away from the fungus, because I don't want to be a part of the fungus.
What is it?
I don't know.
That is very good. And I'm pretty sure they used it on like a poster or something, because I guarantee I've seen it before. But it is a very good... Don't go around touching things.
We don't have a choice.
Watch me. She just touched that with her bare hands. Y'all are begging to be killed. That is the kind of imagery I'm looking for. That. Perfect. Perfect cosmic horror spookiness. The problem is, I know where I want it to go. And I know where the book goes. And I am increasingly concerned we're not doing enough from the book without replacing it with something better.
Why did my husband volunteer for a suicide mission?
Is that what you think we're doing?
What happened? I heard a noise.
Oh,
What?
something's come through the fence. Yeah, neither can I.
How about you get inside then? Well.
Shepard! Shepard! What's going on?
We have to go back.
And it's not
We
terribly
have to go back now.
She's
surprising
right.
because she's the one that just bolted up right.
We've been attacked twice. We lost one of our own.
We haven't reached the lighthouse. We still don't understand the cause or the nature of the shimmer.
We have data, observations, photographs. She has hella footage.
All of which makes the phenomenon less explicable, not more.
I hate to break it to you idiots, but this was always a suicide mission. I don't know what's wrong with you that you can't grasp that. No one has come back alive. Why would you think you can?
This is not about the lighthouse, okay? I believe that the coast is the best route out.
But do you believe that genuinely, or because the place is fucking with you? I'm starting to suspect that specific animals are specifically taking them for a specific cause. And she is trying to get
You lied to them.
to the place where the fungus is. Which shouldn't be at the lighthouse.
Going back meant
And we haven't hit the tower yet.
it would be safer than going forward.
And I feel like they've combined the tower with the lighthouse, and I will be so sad if they do that. Where's my tower? And that is a note that I had forgotten that I really love. The tower is like a foil, like a reflection of the lighthouse. The lighthouse is what they're looking for, the tower is what they find. Where's my tower? They can't not include it. That was, like, fundamentally the crux of the book. The tower is literally, in the book from the very beginning, it is a huge, huge part of the book. It is like the setting of the book. And it's not in the fucking movie. Girl, I get it, you're having a breakdown, but like, fully, what did you think? What did you think you were in for? Oh, that's good. I'll say at this point, I'll go ahead and say at this point, I'm not thrilled with this choice they've made for the adaptation. I'm not mad, because at least they're doing something interesting. They didn't manage to make the story completely boring. And they cast actresses I like. But I'm not pleased, so we'll see how the rest of this goes. I look forward to seeing how they end their story.
The shimmer is a prism, but it refracts everything. Not just light and radio waves.
That doesn't make a terrible ton of sense.
Animal DNA, plant DNA, all DNA.
What do you mean all DNA?
She's talking about our DNA. She's talking about us.
I fully don't know what you were expecting to happen when you came into Area X. Like, what did you think it was gonna be? Does it make any sense?
That's it, isn't it? You think somehow he's found out about our affair?
There's so much weird heavy-handedness where, like, the point of the scene is already established, but then they have to verbalize it.
We should go.
No, Lena.
And I don't know if
I'm not interested in talking.
you get the feeling they think the audience is dumb,
Anything you have to say.
which explains why they took out
Just get
more
dressed.
interesting concepts like the tower.
You lying bitch!
What's going on?
No. You don't get to ask that fucking question. You answer it!
Why didn't you tell us? You knew. Obviously. So there are two theories of what went wrong in the Shimmer. One is that something in here killed them. Two is that they went crazy and they killed each other.
Yeah, we established that.
Josie nearly got killed by an alligator, and Cass did get killed by a bear. The only people who saw a bear were Lena and Ventress. So nothing's confirmed. Everything's on their word. Lena, you're a liar. Did you kill Cass?
I mean, it's hard to answer.
Or do you think that I've lost my shit and now we're just gonna fuck each other up? That's theory too.
It's a good theory. It's a good theory.
You said she was dead.
So the timing is so suspect that it definitely feels purposeful. And this isn't the type of story where it's just going to be something that can meaninglessly mimic a voice. It would be that whatever got her has her voice now. We're a little past. No, sorry. You can't even stand up. How the hell are you gonna shoot the right animal? By this point in the story, we should have been to the lighthouse. We should have been back to the tower. We should have been doing all kinds of shit and just... We're doing whatever this is instead.
We are disintegrating. Our bodies as fast as our minds. Can't you feel it? It's like the onset of dementia.
I can see something's happening to you. I don't know about me.
If I don't reach the lighthouse soon, the person that started this journey won't be the person that ends it. I want to be the one that ends it.
Fair, but like... Also, her theory for how those plants ended up growing that way, oh, it's just like everything is reflected and it's manifested in this weird way. That doesn't make any sense with what just happened. You think it's in her DNA? You think somehow the bear that killed her got the part of her DNA that means that she screams, "Help me," in that specific voice when she dies? You think that's part of her DNA? It's not. There's something much more fucking mystical. Something much more cosmic horror going on than that. So don't... Weird choices, weird choices.
I think as she was dying, part of her mind became part of the creature that was killing her. Ventress wants to face it. You want to fight it. But I don't think I want either of those things.
I enjoy the energy of like a soft nerd Tessa Thompson wearing glasses. And you're just having her walk away so that you don't have to do a transformation scene. If I were JEFF VANDERMEER, I'd be mad. I'm honest. I have to be honest. I'd be fucking pissed. This would be... I would have Stephen King, his feelings about Kubrick's The Shining feelings for this. Like, I guess that's my story. If you fucking say so. Glass, crystal, ice. Ice doesn't have DNA. And neither does glass and crystal. And so what? are you gonna have done to the lighthouse? Yeah, if they filmed it, it's gotta be somebody important. So it's either gotta be her husband or it's gotta be Ventress. I guess it could be her with timey-wimey shit. And did you set yourself on fire? Did you explode? Did you just sit still for like ever?
I thought I was a man.
And now?
And now I'm not so sure. You ever seen a phosphorus grenade go off?
No.
They're kind of bright. Shield your eyes.
That does explain what happened.
If you ever get out of here, you find Lena. I will.
A very artistic suicide. Girl. Ventress is down here just being crazy, that's fun.
What's inside you?
It's not like us.
There was supposed to be a whole implication of like something snaily down here. The tunnel was supposed to be separate from the lighthouse.
Or if it wants.
I'm so disappointed.
Our bodies and our minds will be fragmented into their smallest parts until not one part remains.
Doesn't make a terrible ton of sense, but
Annihilation.
is she gonna explode? I just don't know why you would do this to that book. This is making me like the book more than I actually do. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Everybody else sees the metaphor, right? And like, it's purposeful mimicry is disturbing on a level, but
What did it want?
I don't think it wanted anything. It mirrored me.
and it was choosing to mirror you.
Now will you tell me what happened to my husband?
When the human disappeared, his blood pressure stabilized and his pulse rate started to rise.
He should have exploded or something.
A few hours later, he was not only awake, he was lucid. He's still in isolation, obviously.
Yeah, he better stay there.
So am I.
No.
You aren't Kane. Are you?
I don't think so. Are you Lena?
I'm so curious where you're gonna fucking end this. So I'm gonna say something mean. That was one of the most extraordinarily pretentious things I've ever seen. It was a above average book. Not bad. Good. That cut out everything I enjoyed about the story and put in a bunch of the most basic baby tier science fiction metaphor bullshit. One of the most fundamental parts of the novel is that you can't trust anyone. You can't even trust the person whose point of view you're in. And none of that made it onto the screen. None of it. I don't even like this book that much. And now I'm over here like, who do I have to fight to defend its honor? Maybe I'd vibe with it more if it wasn't trying to be an adaptation of this thing that it's clearly not adapting. I'm so disappointed. Fundamentally, Annihilation is a good book that an actual adaptation of it could have been really fun to watch, even if some of it couldn't really translate onto the screen properly. But not only did they just pluck random things out of the story, they didn't even manage to pluck out things that I actually found interesting. They plucked all the boring shit out, and then they were like, what if we do another space vagina metaphor? I don't know, I'm so disappointed. I guess I'm glad to have watched it, because if I didn't, I was always going to wonder, would I enjoy it? I would not. I would not. I'm going to be back very soon with a reaction to Color Out of Space, and you can see me then.